Salve omnes, welcome to this video lesson on section 10 of Fabulae Faciles. Polydectes is turned to stone. Now, remembering back to this point in the story, Polydectes is the king of the island of Seriphos, where Perseus, as a little baby, and his mother washed ashore, and the fishermen found them. And in some versions of the tale, that fisherman that found them actually took care of them first rather than Polydectes. And in those versions, the fisherman is actually the brother of Polydectes. So there's like the evil king Polydectes and his good brother. All right, so to our story here. I hadn't mentioned that earlier, but I thought it was worth mentioning. Again, there are lots of versions of these myths. So back to Polydectes, who had sent Perseus to get rid of him. He had sent him to get the head of Medusa. Why did he want to get rid of him? Because Perseus didn't want Polydectes to marry his mom. Okay. And he figured if he goes off, he was going to get killed by Medusa, right? So here we are in line 22. Postquam Perseus ad insulum navem apulit. After Perseus drove his ship to the shore, apulit navem ad insulum, or rather to the island, not the shore. Say ad locum contulit. He carried himself to the place. All right, contulit say, carried himself. Contulit is from confero, confere, contuli, colnatus, one of those compounds of the fero verb for bear or carry. So after he betook himself to the place is another way I've seen that in sort of archaic translations. Basically, this idiom of confero plus somebody, you're carrying yourself, you're taking yourself, you're just going to that place, right? It's a pretty common Latin idiom, so it might sound a little funny to you when we translate it literally, but it's pretty common in Latin narratives. So, he took himself to the place, ubi mater olim habitaverat, where his mother once had lived. Sed domum invenit vacuam, but he found the home empty. And of course, this is called Polydectes has taken her, right? Et omnino desertam, and altogether deserted. Empty and altogether deserted. Tres dies, for 3 days. Those are accusatives. Again, anytime we want to describe extent of space or time in Latin, you need the accusative case. So for 3 days. We like to do that with a for in English quite commonly when we speak about duration of time. For 3 days, tres dies, per totam insulam, throughout the whole island, matrem quaerebat, he searched for his mother. Tandem, at last, quarto die, on the 4th day, ad templum Dianae pervenit, he arrived at the temple of Diana, or you could say he came to the temple of Diana. Now, I should note here, Diana, this is the Latin name for Artemis, the goddess of the moon, wild animals, young women, quite a variety of different things there. She is the sister of Apollo, the god of the sun. Huc Danae refugerat. To here, Danae had fled, okay, because she was trying to escape Polydectes, who's after her. Huc Danae refugerat. To here, Danae had fled. Quod, because Polydectem temebat, she feared Polydectes. Perseus ubi haec cognovit. Perseus, when he learned or realized these things, haec, ira magna commotus est. He was moved, commotus est, very moved, ira magna, by great anger. Ablative case. Ad regiam Polydectes sinemora contendit. He hastens, contendit, to the palace of Polydectes without delay. Now, I should note here, contendit is one of many verbs for hurrying or going really fast. Contendit here. You might know festinat as one. Maybe just currit for runs, which we've seen. So there are other verbs as well. Et ubi eo venit, and when he came to that place, eo, statim in atrium irrupit, he immediately burst into the atrium. Polydectes magno temore affectus est. Polydectes was affected, affectus est, by great fear, magno temore, ablative. Et fugere volebat, and he wanted to flee, to run away. Dum tamen ille fugit, nevertheless, while he was fleeing, while he was running away, and note here, fugit is a present tense. If the U were long, it could be a perfect tense, but it's a short U, so I know fugit is present tense. But I said while he was running away, nevertheless, so I use past tense. And again, that's because the doom clause with a present should be translated past if the main verb is past. The main verb monstravit, which we see a little later, is perfect tense. So, nevertheless, while he was running away, during that time while he was running away, Perseus monstravit, Perseus showed caput Medusae, showed the head of Medusa. And of course, when he displayed the head of Medusa, it's going to turn Polydectes and anybody else with him to stone. Ille autem, he, however, or moreover, simul atque hoc vidit, as soon as he saw this, meaning the head of Medusa, in saxum versus est, he was turned into a stone. All right. Well, that concludes